Hello everyone, my name is Mehul Gehlot, and in this video I'll be presenting my DSA project titled SecureGate and Access Control and Service Management System. I am the acting and current leader of the project that we are working on for the past few days. The other members are Rajneesh Kumar Ranjan and G. Rakshit, and our mentor is Sandeep Kumar sir. A very big thanks to him for helping us in our journey. Our project is basically, the goal of this project is to stimulate the real world access control system that is the person or the user is allowed or not allowed, or granted or not granted, or denied the permission to enter a certain premise, certain area, and it is verified by their ID numbers and or names. Or yes, in this particular project, it is verified by their ID numbers. So I'm not going to dive into the problem statements. It will take too much time, and we have scarce on time. There's a scarcity, yes. So we all know that the modern time is not what we used to be. The audio security system is much more advanced now. In the conventional, more traditional way, there were guards which were to monitor the entries and exits of the allowed and permitted members to the certain areas, and but which we all know that was not very efficient, since there were breach of security and more trespassings. So we were to shift into the more techy uh, ways and paths. So we are here to design the program which will technalize or automate the verifications of the user to enter certain premise or not enter. Yes, so let's further dive into our actual project. So this is the project. I've divided the project into three major modules. The first one is access control module. The second one is visitor management, and third is the security module. The access module controls and manages users and their permissions. Basically, it edits the rules, edits everything, controls. If you want to add something, it will add it. If you want to verify something, the function is being performed in this module. If you want to grant access, the function is performed in this module. And in the second, visitor management, it will handle the entries and store it in a linked list, and later display it if the user if um, the person in charge or the one controlling the access control desires to see the entries. And in the third module, security, will show alerts if the user is not granted permission or denied access. It will show alerts, and the alert manager will store the data and alerts based on the priority queue. The storage is happening, and it will display according to the alerts. Uh, the first element to be displayed is the element which were showing alerts. So we are using priority queue, and the conditions are alerts. So if the alert is there in element, it will show, it will display first. And the security, there is class to add rule histories. So I can undo the rules for, say, the access control. The user grants someone access. So how does it do that? So the user is granted an access to a certain area. Now it will be here. You can see the history and you can undo. So this method will undo the user access that is being granted by the control module. And if you want to see the history of the logs, you can see it here. So I'm going to discuss more about the access control system. So let's go here, which is more important in a way. In this class, user class, I am declaring the user, as the user could be anyone based on their entries that we have defined in this. There are 3 defined entries, as we this is a demo, so only we are the entries. Mehul, as a leader, I am granted access to lobby, office and server room, and Rajneesh is granted access to the lobby, and Rakshit is granted access to the office. So if if Rakshit wants to go into the lobby, he cannot, he will be denied access, and Rajneesh wants to go to the office, he will be denied access. So here I am declaring the names, and here I am declaring the IDs of the user. But here I am declaring the basic idea of a user, that there is a user with an ID and a name and the zone that is allowed in, right? And I'm also declaring 3 methods. I'm also initializing 3 methods by which we'll be calling later to get the username, to get the zone that is allowed in, and to check if it is authorized or not to that zone. Next class is user manager. The user manager basically controls adds, get, and basically it controls the user. It controls the user's accessibility. It verifies the user. It adds or grants the access to the user. It can add a user to a system. It can display the user's details. It can view or get the user's display. So this is the method. The details are stored in a HashMap. The user data, whatever you are adding, is adding in the HashMap for quicker purpose. For say I'm adding a user, I'm checking its I'm verifying its access. So I need to verify it very quick. I need to verify it with less time complexity. So that's why, for that purpose, I'm using HashMap to store the user data. So it will access it very quickly since its time complexity is very low. And here in this class zone, I am storing the zones that I am initialized here. I am initialized 4 zones: the lobby, the office, the server room, and the parking. So let's see something. I have given 3 things: access to server room, access to this. Now I'm giving access to the parking, since everyone needs parking. So let's do one thing: parking, complete. So now let's run this. This is the display, the main menu, which is being shown in there inside the while loop to run it again and again after the switch case ends. Yes, switch case, and each case there is an option in the menu. So let's select the first option, which is check access. I'll check first my access. 32607 is my ID. The zone I'm checking is parking, since I've added it right now. So it is showing access denied. And why is that? Because I have entered parking with a capital P. Yes. And let's check the scales first, where I've been declared it is parking. Yes, and it is parking. The error is I have undermine the up scale and lower scale. It is an upper scale, uppercase. So I need to write it like this: parking, and sorry, what did I do? 5 exit. Now do it again. Access card ID. My card ID is 667 and the zone is parking. This time I'm taking consider the cases. Now the access is granted. I am granted access to the parking. Now let's check Rajneesh if he is granted his card ID is 608 and the zone I'm checking is the office. Since he's not granted, he should not be granted access in the office. So let's check. Yes, access denied. He is not granted access inside the office. An alert is showing an unauthorized entry attempt of 32608, which is the getting the ID, which is being done by the user, which is being done by the access control module and the office. And yes, the document report. Not an organization. Yes, this is a problem statement structure. This is our module structure, the main method, which are being used to compile the whole project, whole data, whole program. This is the access control is visitor management and security module. Module description, the data structures and system overflow. The example code like 32601 lobby access granted. Example 32608 office access denied and alert being granted. In conclusion, SecureGate demonstrate how data structures and algorithms can be used to design a functional access control system. Thank you so much for your time, and I wish you very good night since this is night, and thank you so much.